You want to feel inspired, you want to feel energized every single day you wake up. You wake up in the morning but you feel groggy. You wake up in the morning, you don't want to do things. You wake up in the morning, you just don't want to engage with your life. Well, today is the day that all changes. Today is the day where you're going to get up, you're going to start to feel inspired, because this is Inspiration Nation, and this is why and how you get inspired. My name's Noya, and I want you to feel inspired every day, and this is what this video is about. Today is about inspiration, how we get this into our lives. So how do you get inspiration into your life? A lot of people get up like it's an accident. They get up later, they get up and they don't know what to do. In fact, when you get up, you feel groggy. I get up, I feel groggy. The first important thing you got to do to feel inspired is to get up in a way that works for you. A lot of times, no one plans how they want to wake up. They wake up maybe half an hour before they go to work, an hour before they get to work, and they're just bumping into their day. They don't feel inspired. You wake up groggy. I wake up groggy, so I have to have a routine. I get up around 5 a.m. Today I didn't, it's a weekend, so I get a little later, but that's okay because I have the routine. The routine is still there. No matter what time I get up, I've got to put in the routine. It's probably a couple of hours routine that I put in it every day. I get up, I do some exercise, press ups, or go for a run. If you look at my Instagram videos, you'll see that. Then I'll do some meditation, then some journaling. Then I'll take a cold shower, and then I'll listen to some music that inspires me. And this is what I did before I did this video. So it's really important. If you want to feel inspired, you've got to get things in your first day of the morning. You've got to do something that when you wake up, you start to feel inspired. I'm not saying when you wake up, you're boom, I feel great. No. You're still going to get up like everybody else in the world. You're going to get up, you're going to feel tired, and you're going to feel But it's about getting up in the right way, having a plan to wake up, because that's how you start your day. That's going to impact your day. So another thing that I do is I make the bed. I make the bed. If my wife gets up and she goes to work, I go up and I check and I see whether the bed's made, because I want to make sure that bed's made. Because that bed's made, another thing I've done. So if I've done my meditation, done my press-ups, done a video, so I do the videos in the morning, these short videos, then I've already got into my mind that I've completed tasks. I've already done things, I've been conscious about it, and that's how you start it. That's how you start living an inspired day every single day. Now, I'm not saying you're going to feel inspired every single day, because there's things going to happen, but what it will do is create resilience. Resilience to the things that come into your day that are going to challenge you. Now, had you not had that, that is going to eat into your resilience. So the whole key around this is getting a routine, because you then can feel inspired. You can then have the energy, so when things come in that want to drain your energy, you have energy to fight back against those things, to push back against those things, to defeat the negative energy. So that's the morning, right? So living an inspired life is really the first thing. What do you do in the morning? So the question to you is, what are you going to do in the morning? So take a bit of a minute here. So I want you to take 5-10 minutes to answer this question. What are you going to do in the morning to start to feel inspired? So one of the questions are, what does inspire you? So for me, it's music. At the moment, I'm listening to Level 42, Mr. Pink. I just put that on repeat because that's something that gets me going, gets my blood going, and I feel good when I listen to it. I listened to it before I recorded this video, right? I want to get myself in the mood. So my wife came down, she was getting a coffee, she was like a bit sleepy, and I was dancing around. So I'm just waking up, right? Because that's it. I'm already up, and my energy's already up. I've already gone through that sleepy phase. So I want you to have some sort of morning routine that's going to inspire you. Don't wake up just before you've got to get to work or whatever it is, or start your business. Get up with an intention. Getting up with an intention. So when I journal, I get an intention. I set a day. I get an intention. I say I want to feel happy. I want to feel enthusiastic. I actually put it, I am enthusiastic. I am happy. I am helpful. I am healthy. I am at peace. I am inspired, right? This is what I feel like. That's the overarching message to myself. I am inspired, I am enthusiastic, I am happy. And when I keep saying that to myself, write it down every day, it sets my intention, sets this brain up to look for that. So I want you to do the same. So take 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get something. If it takes longer, that's good too. So that's the first thing. Get your mornings right and get the rest of the day right. So next thing to do is you need to have your environment that's actually inspiring. So what else inspires you? I want you to think about it. So for me, I have all my books, all my coaching books. I'll watch movies that inspire me. In fact, last night it inspired me. We sat down as a family and watched Hamilton. I went to see that live, and that inspired me. And even now, I'm getting goosebumps thinking about that show. And when I watched that show, even last night, because it was on Disney Channel, I felt inspired. I felt, wow, this is something that inspires me. So I just look for things, because now my mind's trained from the morning. Like over the last good few years, I've trained my mind. I want to spot the things that are inspirational to me. Just bring things into my life that are inspirational. Just spot things to that. And I just was picking out the things of Hamilton that were inspiring. There's a bit in it where there's a song where he goes, he's writing like he's running out of time. And that for me speaks to me a lot, because I do feel like I'm running out of time. I feel I should have started this a long time ago, and it's what I want for you. I want you to feel that you can start right now, after watching this video, that you're going to start shaping your life to get inspiration into your life, because this is Inspiration Nation, right? So if you're watching this, you are part of Inspiration Nation, you are part of the community, so you know that you start shaping your life with things around you that inspire you, that get you to feel, I can do this, I've got this. And of course, when you feel you can't do it, you're going to bring those things inspiration in, so you can feel inspired, you can draw on it. So for me, it's books, it's Hamilton, it's it's things like Rocky that I've talked about in the podcast. We did a podcast about it. What else inspires me? Yeah, my social media. I've deleted all the things that are really negative. Not that I had much negative in it, but things that really weren't adding any value. Strip them out, put everything in there like that inspires me. So I've got Evan Carmichael in there, I've got Mark Drager in there, I've got Arnold Schwarzenegger in there, I've got Sly Stallone in there, I've got Mel Robbins in there, I've got Anthony Robbins in there. Who else have I got in there? I've got David Goggins in there. And these are all inspirational people. I've got Tom Bilyeu in there. These are all inspirational speakers. Simon Sinek's another one. All inspirational speakers that when I listen to them, they give me inspiration. And they give me to live my life in my inspired way. So anything I look at, everything I have, so even on my YouTube, I'm subscribed to inspirational channels that give me energy. So every morning as well, when I start, I watch a video as well. So even today, not at the moment, but today I'm going to watch a video at some point, pretty later in the morning, because I'm doing this early in the morning, because I've got to do this before everyone gets up, right? Again, another thing, if you want to feel inspired, you've got to make sure you fit in the things that are going to make you feel inspired. Recording these videos for you makes me feel inspired. So everything's geared towards inspiration. My journaling, my intention for everything, my whole life is geared around. I'm obsessed with inspiration. You'll know that I've created the website, I've created the podcast, we created the daily videos, Instagram, TikTok. It's all over there. It's all over, and the links in the description below. But this is it. This is my life, and I realised that inspiration for me is key for me to be able to live my best life, and it's bled into all areas of my life, my job, my coaching, everything. And my idea is that the big thing for me, my inspiring vision, is to have this, to go global, go on tour with the podcast, go coaching across the globe with great leaders, speak on stages with great leaders, and that's where I want to go with it. And this is an inspiring vision. So I'd say number 2 on your list, after your morning routine, after you've got your environment, which is number 2. So actually number 2 should be what environment you're going to create, what you're going to put around you that's going to be inspiring for you. What are you going to start to tap into throughout your day that's going to inspire you? That's what I'd say to you. And number 3, in this video, I want you to think about what an inspiring life would look like to you. You need to get down and you need to write out what it is. What's an inspiring life to you? And I just told you what mine was. That's what I want to do. And that vision for me is inspiring, that I want to go out and inspire loads and loads of people to feel inspired every day. Wake up, feel inspired to go to work. Wake up and feel inspired to go to create their businesses, and make sure that they're not leaning their business up against the wall, not that they're just doing it for money, but they're doing it because they feel it's inspirational. Because if you just do it for money, it isn't going to be inspirational. Yeah, money's important, but it's not number 1, okay? Because if you go and do a business or you do a job just for money, you're going to burn out. It's not going to be happy. You're not going to have a happy life. You might feel trapped, and then you've got to do some moving, right? And that's why you might need coaching. So if you do need coaching, don't forget the description's in the link below. But that's the whole point, right? This whole life is about feelings. You are a human being, and we are after feelings as humans, right? And the feeling I'm after is feeling inspired, feeling happy, feeling engaged. So I've got to create it. And before all this, I wasn't doing that, right? I wasn't doing this. I wish I'd had this many years ago, but that's the point, right? I'm trying to give you a shortcut to get to an inspirational place quicker than I do. And I'm really fortunate to be feeling inspirational. And when I feel inspirational, as I said, it comes across in my content that I do with these videos. It comes across when I deliver training. It comes across when I deliver coaching, because I have that energy. I have that energy, and when I have that energy, I can transfer this to you. So I'm hoping this comes across to you. I want to give you this energy, so when you go and do your business and your job, and if you do the things that I said that you should do, and you do them really, like you really do them, like you just don't watch this video, turn this video off and go and do something else. You really re-watch this video, keep rewatching and do the exercises and feel the energy. I want you to feel that energy, because I'm giving this to you because I want you to feel empowered. So when you go into an area where there is no inspiration, where maybe there's negativity, you're going to light the place up. You're going to go in there and you're going to go boom. You're going to be the difference. You're going to be someone that people are going to look at and go, what are they doing differently that I'm not? Because if you go in with that sort of attitude, if you can develop that inspirational mindset where you've done the work in the morning, you've then gone to work, you're planning how you're doing it. So you've planned your morning, you've done the morning routine, you've done what you needed to do, you've got inspiration in your life. When you're not feeling it, you can go and draw on inspiration to give you more energy. These people can look at you and go, what is going on with this person? That they just feel like it doesn't matter what the situation is at work or in the business, that things are going in turmoil, you'll be able to stand on your rock and you'll be certain in where you're going. And you can be calm in the eye of the storm. And that's the point. When you can be calm, when you're centered, when you have the energy, when you feel inspired, you think much more clearly. Stress starts to fall away. I'm not saying you get rid of stress, because sometimes stress is needed to push us to do things, right? But stress starts to calm down a little bit, and you can start to think much more clearly. You can be more proactive. You can be more intentional about your service, about how you can help people, how you can better relate to people, how you can develop great relationships. And if you're like me, you're training, you're coaching, or you're trying to speak, you're speaking and things like that, you'll be able to deliver that to them in an inspirational way. Now it's hard, right? Because you're probably in a place where, Joe, I don't know, what is this about? It's about starting small. It's about starting with the smallest action. So I've given you a couple of questions. First, what's your morning routine going to look like? Start off small. I did start off small. I started off with just doing some exercise, like a little bit of exercise in the morning, and then I gradually built up a routine that works for me. I've just said the routine that I said to you, that may not work for you. So you need to develop something that works for you. Secondly, just start stripping out little bits in your environment, just little bits at a time. Do the exercise I just said to you about. Just little bits, just one bit at a time. And then three, the vision, just keep adding to it. I mean, I keep changing mine. Mine keeps evolving over time. As I'm growing into inspiration, it's gradually changing. As I said, I said in my previous video, I used to have to have a specific way it had to happen. Now I'm very, very liquid around how that happens. It's very much around how I can evolve the vision, because the vision now that I had maybe 6-7 years ago has evolved into a bigger vision, a more inspiring vision connected with who I am now than what I was then. And I feel that I'm growing, and I can see that I'm growing. The whole thing's all this energy, this YouTube channel is starting to grow, which is amazing, and I'm getting more subscribers, right? And it's not the point of subscribers; it's actually for me to inspire you. But it'd be lovely if you subscribe, because that helps get the message out. Because I want to wake people up, I want to wake you up through this video. I want to make sure that you're intentional, that you're disciplined. And don't think discipline is hard and horrible. It's not. It's training, because you want to get a feeling, right? You want to feel better. You want to feel good. You want to feel engaged. You want to feel happy. It does that through the work. Discipline gives you freedom. The training and discipline is the training that gives you the freedom. And once you become disciplined, once you do the things you can do. So let me give you an example. I want to be inspirational, right? I want to feel inspiration. I want to feel that feeling. When I watched Hamilton, as I said earlier in the video, we said, I'm writing like I'm running out of time. I went out, my daughter wanted to go out, and she wanted to go out to this place where we live near, this place called Beachy Head. I don't know if you know, it's in the UK, in Eastbourne. It's a very famous spot. She wanted to go out there because she wanted to go out for a drive, right? Previous night I didn't, so I wanted to say, okay, let's go out for a drive. Let's go for a drive tonight. Anyway, we watched Hamilton, so it's quite late. We're probably looking about 9 o'clock, and my bedtime's about 10, 10:30. That's when I like to go to bed, because I need to get 7 hours sleep, because I need to get sleep, and sleep is another important thing for you to recognise. So I need 7 hours, so you need to think about how many hours you need and make sure you get that amount of sleep in. Don't sleep too long and don't sleep too little. It's getting a nice balance, because you need that to think. Anyway, get back to the story. Went out for a drive, went out to the beach. It was beautiful. The setting was a bit windy. We couldn't really sunset. It was a lot of cloud, but I just wanted to do some videos. It was really windy. It was quite nice actually, because you had wind in your face. Really great. Anyway, we went up there. We came back home, and we're probably looking at about 10:30, 11 o'clock, right? So got back. By the time I'd fiddled around doing all the bits, it got to about nearly about 11:15, and I still had to write my blog. Now, this is where usually I always said, no, don't worry about it, I'm going to finish this day, but it has to happen. On a Friday, my blog has to be written, because for you guys who are signed up to my newsletter, I need to give this to you on Saturday before I promote it on the Sunday. Because if you're linked to my newsletter, the description's in the link below, then you'll get access to that before anyone else. Before I promote it out there, I will actually give you a letter to say it's actually gone live, so you can read it before anyone else. So I had to do it, so I wrote it. I wrote it about 11:20 at night, and that's very unusual for me, but now it's the discipline to make sure that it gets written, and that's what inspiration gives you, because now I felt proud of that, I felt good with that, and that's what inspiration is all about. So if you want to feel inspired, you've got to plan for inspiration. It's not just going to come to you. You might see something, feel inspired for a bit, but you need it around you all the time. You need to fill your life up with inspiration, and that's how you get the feelings. That's how you can feel that every day. And if you don't feel it, you can go to that environment you created to feel inspired. You can read something, you can watch something, right, because you know what inspires you. So really get to know. The next question is, what inspires you, okay? And I want you to take good 10 minutes about that. So you've got the vision, you've got what inspires you, you've got making a morning routine, and I just want you to feel inspired. And I hope this has helped. So go live an inspired life, and I'll catch you next time. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love it if you check this video over here, is what do you value? And also I'd love it if you subscribed, it would mean a lot to me. Also don't forget to hit the bell, because that will let you know when another video goes live. So go catch the video. It's Inspiration Nation, and I'll see you there.